to looking at the State of the Nation Address bill and the President sending it back to the National Assembly, seeking redrafting of some clauses. And Mr. Moyosore Onigbanjo joins us now. He's also a legal practitioner. Morning, and thank you for coming on today.
Morning, thank you for having me.
Yeah, I haven't seen some parts of this as highlighted, clauses 1, subsection 2, then 3 and 5, where the President just picked some objections to how it was drafted and talked about a lot of other issues. But having gone through it, what do you think of that?
Well, I think the President has taken what I'll call sound legal advice, because if you look at the proposed bill and you consider it along with Section 67 of the Constitution, there is obviously a conflict, because Section 67 gives him a discretion as to whether to address, the National Assembly, whilst in the proposed bill, the National Assembly is obviously trying to remove the discretion. They want it to be mandatory for the address to be rendered on a yearly basis. If those issues which the President raised are not addressed, then you have a conflict between the two provisions. And the position of the law is that where there's a conflict between any law and the provisions of the Constitution, the provisions of the Constitution prevail. And any law or provision that is inconsistent becomes null and void. So what would happen is, if that law is passed, let's assume that the National Assembly can override, override his veto, and they go on to pass the bill, the President will still not be compelled to attend.
Insofar as what? The Constitution,
yes,
Section 67
exactly.
is still there?
Insofar as Section 67 is still there, it might just go to court to ask the court to declare those provisions, which is opposed to right now, as being inconsistent with Section 67.